All right, guys. So yesterday we started off, we ended class with the video. We're looking at some special right triangles. I think I ended like maybe one or two example problems left. I know we watched most of it. If for whatever reason you didn't watch that video yesterday, like you're absent, it is posted on the Google Classroom. Feel free to check out the Google Classroom. Has everything that we covered yesterday. So I'm going to continue to cover the special right triangles. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we're looking at primarily two different special right triangles. 45, 45, 90, 30, 60, 90. So whenever we see a triangle, if we really want to identify it as being a special right triangle because that just makes our lives easier than trying to do the Pythagorean theorem every time. So let's take a look. So let's say I see this triangle right here. Let's say this is your problem, right? 9A, B. Okay, perfect. So let's say this is your problem. And immediately, the first thing we should do is identify which one it is. So if I see there's a 30-degree angle, I can automatically know it's a 30, 60, 90. So we know we're going to be using this one right here. So I want to keep track of which angle is which, especially with the 30, 60, 90. I think that's where a lot of students are going to get kind of caught up on. Okay, so if we have our 30 degrees here, and I drew a line directly out, that's going to be my X. If I have a 30 degrees here, and I drew a line directly out, that's going to be my X. So that's going to be my B. So X is equal to B. Okay, pretty simple. Let me use a different color. Okay, let's use yellow. So 60, okay, we already know this is a 30-degree angle, this is 90. The triangle angle sum theorem, this one has to be 60. So without even doing anything else, I already know that one's 60, okay? Draw a straight line out. We get A. Square root of 3, X times square root of 3 equals A, okay? And then, let's do pink. Let's say this is my right angle, right? If I drew a line directly out, that's going to be my hypotenuse. My hypotenuse is 9. Same right here. If I drew a line directly out, I get 2x. And actually, yeah. Whew, it looks pretty in color. Hopefully it doesn't print out weird in black and white. Okay. Perfect. And so that means my 9 is equal to 2x. So the only way to solve for any of these variables is we can solve for x right here. So 9 over 2 is equal to x. That's the most simplified version. You can leave it in fraction form or decimal. Just for the sake of this, since we're dealing with like square roots and stuff like that, I'm going to leave this in fraction form. Okay, so I know 9/2 is equal to x. And that makes me already know what b is. So b is equal to 9 over 2. And that answers that. Easy. Okay, so let's take a look at A. So A is going to be 9 over 2 times the square root of 3. So remember, you can rewrite these either way. You can write it like that, or A is equal to 9 square root of 3 over 2, whatever you prefer. I like one fraction. I think it looks a little more simplified. So I'm going to write it like that. Okay, perfect. So we solve for missing variables, A and B, and that would be your final answer right over here, okay? So let's take a look at another problem. So let's say, so once again, we need to determine which kind of special right triangle it is. So let's say I have something like this. And it says this is 45 degrees, U, V, and then 2. Okay, so 45 degrees, I automatically know it's a 45, 45, 90. And then I know that my X is going to equal to 2. I know my V is going to equal to X. And then I know that my U is going to be X square root of 2. Okay, since I know my v is x, my x is 2, I can already tell you that my v is going to equal to 2 from substitution. Okay, that's one of my answers. Makes sense because it's an isosceles triangle, and remember these two legs right here are going to be equivalent. And actually, let me do the same thing I did before for the last one. Right, so if I have my legs here, those come out from my 45-degree angles, and then the hypotenuse comes out from right there, and that's going to be that. Okay, hopefully that's a better visual for you guys to understand like what we're looking at on the triangle. Okay, so my v is equal to 2. The only thing I have left in this problem is looking for u. It says u is x squared root of 2, so it means u, if I already know x is 2, it's going to be 2 square root of 2. And that is going to be your final answer. Way easier than doing the Pythagorean theorem. Saves a lot of hassle. Saves a lot of stress. Okay, so there's that one. Let's take a look at another one.